Did you know that there are more than 30 symptoms that can be brought on by menopause or perimenopause, the years leading up to menopause? And they can show up as early as their 30s. Most people know about hot flashes, but they might not know about tingling extremities, for example, or anxiety. In addition to being really difficult sometimes, symptoms can be confusing for millions of women everywhere. So today I'm going to give you 5 possible solutions that can really help. In fact, one of these solutions could be the game changer that you or someone you know has been looking for. Every woman needs to know about this because symptoms hit the average female in her early 40s and she often has no idea what's going on. Okay, let's dive in. As you probably know, menopause is when a female's reproductive years are over and it's official when she's had no period for 12 consecutive months. But even though the average age of menopause is 51 or 52, a woman can experience many life-altering symptoms due to perimenopause years before then. While their menstrual cycle is still very regular and menopause seems really far in the future. That's what happened to me. I was 45 with a very regular, reliable cycle. That summer, I started having massive mood swings and 2 things I had never experienced before in my life: anxiety and depression. The anxiety especially was really bad, kind of paralyzing, but I had no idea what was going on, so I didn't tell anyone. I just hoped it would go away. I also started feeling angry and pissed off a lot, but I didn't connect any of this to hormone fluctuations or decline, so it didn't occur to me that it could be linked to shifting hormones. And no one had ever told me about this thing called perimenopause. Hi, I'm Rena Hedeman, and this is Thrive After 45, where we dive into health, beauty, and lifestyle topics for women at midlife and beyond. Most women enter perimenopause in their mid-40s. Whether they know what's going on might be a different story, and it lasts on average 3 to 5 years, but it can go on for 10 or 15. I asked my friend and Yale classmate, Dr. Eileen West, who specializes in women's health.
A lot of women are well acquainted with the classic symptoms of menopause, like hot flashes, night sweats, insomnia. But what people don't always know is how many symptoms are actually hormone related. If you're a woman in her 40s who's experiencing joint pain or frozen shoulder or palpitations or dizziness or dry skin, these can all be related to the hormone changes that your body is going through.
Frozen shoulder? Joint pain? Who knew? And there are so many more.
I've had a lot of the typical menopause symptoms, like hot flashes, a lot of them, and sometimes just washing my hands in warm water is enough to trigger one. But I've also had a lot of symptoms that are not typical, or at least that I never really knew about, like heart rhythm variations and joint pain. And it was kind of scary to have those things happen and wonder if I had a serious condition. But I was assured by my doctor that the only condition I have is menopause.
Your body is slowly transitioning from your fertile years to the end of your ability to have children. The problem is, during perimenopause, your reproductive hormones are declining and they can be very erratic. They go up and down like crazy, often not at all in sync with each other. So you can have these wild, unpredictable hormone fluctuations, and this can go on for years. Fluctuating levels of estrogen and progesterone can also contribute to weight gain and disrupt sleep patterns and change the way the brain functions, which can mean a decline in mental clarity and focus.
So why didn't I know that perimenopause was like constantly being pregnant, fat and forgetful? Yippee. I look at food and I gain weight and I don't remember shit. I will literally be in the middle of a sentence and can't remember what I was talking about.
Yup, me too. Brain fog is real. Oh, and one thing that's really annoying is stress incontinence. Sometimes when I laugh or cough or sneeze, I pee a little. It's the woat. Has that ever happened to you? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so the big question is how to get some relief from these symptoms. Well, according to doctors who specialize in women's health, there are some good options out there.
If you are suffering from significant perimenopausal and menopause symptoms, there are lots of steps that you can take to get started on management. First and foremost, take a look at the diet. Clean up the refined sugar, try to stay focused on a mostly plant-based diet, avoid processed foods. Second, get regular exercise. The exercise really helps with adjusting and regulating mood, helps you sleep better, and helps to avoid some of the weight gain. Third, you can try supplements and they may be helpful for mild symptoms, but studies just don't bear out that supplements do all that much for moderate or severe symptoms. For those, you may have to consider talking to your doctor about medication management. There are non-hormonal management strategies and hormonal management strategies. And I would just like to say that in terms of hormones, we really have come a long way since the Women's Health Initiative study 20 years ago, which really said lots of negative things about estrogen replacement. Estrogen can be very beneficial and very safe with new formulations and really make a huge difference. It is the number one way and most effective way to treat severe hot flashes, and also works on virtually everybody for vaginal dryness. So talk to your doctor.
The truth is, there's been a lot of fear and confusion surrounding hormone therapy. This is a controversial topic. Is hormone replacement therapy a fountain of youth or a risky business? There's been a ton of research done in the last 2 decades that has really helped us better understand the risks and benefits of hormone therapy. But the question is, do the risks outweigh the benefits? Could hormone therapy be a good solution for your symptoms of menopause or perimenopause, including insomnia, dry skin, bone loss, and joint pain? Or can you get relief from menopause symptoms from other more natural options instead? Personally, because I have a very strong family history of breast cancer, oral HRT is not a good option for me. But I do use prescription estrogen cream for vaginal dryness, and I found that really helps. But like all medications, there are always risks and possibly side effects. So be sure to discuss the risks and benefits with a qualified healthcare provider. If you want more information on this, I've shared the links in the description below, and you can also check out this video. My advice to anyone in perimenopause or menopause is to first find a doctor who's trained in menopause management. That encompasses perimenopause too. Or find out if your gynecologist has been certified by the North American Menopause Society. They promote health and quality of life for all women during midlife and beyond, and they exist outside of North America as well. I'll put the link in the comments so you can find a NAMS certified practitioner in your area. I'm not affiliated with them. I just want to spare women some of the pain and confusion that I and many others have been through. Then, once you find someone, talk to him or her about what's bothering you and find out what options might be best for you. Everyone's hormone situation is different. It all starts with awareness, and awareness is critical for physical and mental health. In addition to being really difficult sometimes, the decrease in our female hormones can and does lead to some serious health complications later in life, like heart problems, stroke, and dementia. But there are things we can do now to stave that off. But that's a whole nother video. So we've talked about possible symptoms of perimenopause and menopause and a few potential solutions. But what about those other midlife issues? You're gonna want to watch this video next, because knowing this is an absolute game changer.